If you're a woman over 60, I want to take a quiet moment with you. Not as a doctor lecturing from a podium, but woman to woman, heart to heart. Because there's a part of life many women quietly mourn without ever saying a word, that soft, sacred intimacy that once felt so natural, so easy, so you. If you've noticed your desire fading, if touch feels more like routine than connection, or if that inner glow that once felt unmistakable now seems out of reach, you are far from alone. But here's something I need you to hear as clearly as I can say it. This is not your final chapter. And it's not just a normal part of aging you have to accept. I'm Dr. Lisa Perriera. I've spent over 30 years helping women navigate the journey of postmenopausal health. And in that time, I've come to realize something deeply empowering. Many of the most meaningful changes don't begin in a pharmacy, they begin in your kitchen. Specifically with 5 simple fruits that can gently guide your body back toward balance, vitality, and intimacy. In today's video, I'll walk you through each one, what it does, why it works, and how to make it part of your daily rhythm. These aren't miracle cures, and they won't change your life overnight. But used consistently, they nourish the very systems that support sensual wellness, blood flow, hormonal balance, sleep, and pelvic comfort. So if you've been wondering, is it too late to feel like myself again? This message is for you. Before we begin, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell. Here at Elder Care Wellness, we offer practical, evidence-based support for women like you who believe that life and love can still be rich and vibrant at every stage. Let's begin this journey together, starting with one small fruit that's quietly making a big difference. The fruit red grapes. Yes, the same kind you might toss in a salad or enjoy as an afternoon snack. But inside these humble little orbs is a compound that plays a powerful role in restoring what age so often diminishes healthy circulation. One of my patients, Joanne, a retired teacher, once shared something that stuck with me. She said, "I still love my husband, Dr. Perriera, but I feel like my body's gone silent. It's like I'm here, but I'm not me." That struck a chord. Because for so many women, it's not about losing love or attraction. It's about feeling disconnected from their own bodies. And the first step back often begins with something as simple as blood flow. Red grapes are rich in a natural antioxidant called resveratrol. Research published by the National Institutes of Health, NIH, shows that resveratrol helps blood vessels relax and dilate, improving circulation throughout the body, including the areas most vital for arousal and sensitivity. Why is this important? Because desire isn't just emotional, it's physiological. It depends on healthy, steady blood flow. Without it, even the most loving touch can feel distant. In Joanne's case, I encouraged her to begin adding a small handful of red grapes to her morning routine skin on where most of the resveratrol lives. 3 weeks later, she returned to my office with a spark in her eyes. "Something's different," she smiled. "It's not fireworks, but I feel awake again." That's what good circulation can do. It doesn't force sensation. It makes it possible. Red grapes support nitric oxide production, a key compound that allows your blood vessels to open up and deliver oxygen where it's needed. Your brain, your heart, your skin, and yes, your pelvic region. And unlike synthetic treatments, red grapes work with your body, not against it. No sudden spikes, no side effects. Just gentle, natural support. If you've been struggling with low sensitivity or feeling like your body just isn't responding the way it used to, try adding a cup of red grapes to your breakfast or lunch. Not as a fix, but as a foundation. Over time, this one change can help renew blood flow, enhance responsiveness, and gently awaken your confidence. Now, while red grapes are incredible for circulation, the next fruit on our journey does something equally vital. It calms your nervous system and supports your natural sleep rhythm. Why does that matter for intimacy? Because restful sleep is where hormonal healing begins. Let's talk about cherries. Not the syrupy kind you find in desserts, but real ripe cherries, rich in dark color and deeper healing properties. I once worked with a couple married for over 40 years. The wife told me we still love each other, but lately I feel distant from myself. Her husband nodded, holding her hand. We're together, but something's missing. What they were describing wasn't just emotional, it was biological. Cherries are rich in anthocyanins, natural compounds that reduce inflammation in blood vessels, improving overall circulation. But they also contain a gentle powerhouse that most women overlook: melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone your body naturally produces to guide deep restorative sleep. And deep sleep is where your body resets its cortisol levels. That's your stress hormone. Elevated cortisol is one of the most overlooked causes of low libido in postmenopausal women. According to the Mayo Clinic, poor sleep leads to increased stress, mood swings, and hormonal imbalances, all of which can dampen intimacy. So when a woman tells me she feels disconnected in the bedroom, one of my first questions is always, how are you sleeping? If your nights are restless and your mornings foggy, your body may be stuck in a stress cycle. And that cycle can mute even the strongest desire. That's where cherries come in. I suggested that couple begin sharing a small bowl of cherries before bed. A month later, they came back still holding hands, but this time with a warm energy between them. She told me, I'm not just sleeping better. I want to hold him again. I want to be close. That kind of change doesn't come from pressure or performance. It comes from the body feeling safe again. If you've been feeling disconnected, not just from your partner, but from yourself, consider a simple bedtime ritual: a handful of tart cherries, fresh or frozen. They help your nervous system settle. They prepare your body for deeper sleep. And they quietly support the hormone shifts that bring your spark back to life. These first two fruits, grapes and cherries, work together beautifully. One helps circulate vitality through your body. The other helps restore the peace and balance your body needs to feel receptive again. But the journey doesn't end here. Because once your body begins to circulate and rest, it's time to reignite your energy, the kind that fuels focus, passion, and that unmistakable feeling of being alive. Once your body begins to rest and your circulation starts flowing again, the next step is to gently stoke the fire from within. That vibrant energy you use to feel the kind that made mornings purposeful and touch more meaningful often fades. Not because of age, but because your hormonal systems quietly lose momentum. The good news: there are natural ways to invite that momentum back. And one of the most nourishing tools in your kitchen might just be papaya. Papaya is more than a tropical fruit. It's a hormonal ally, especially for women navigating the shifts that come with age. Its bright orange flesh is rich in vitamins A, C, and E, all crucial for adrenal support. And your adrenal glands, small but mighty, play a key role in balancing estrogen, progesterone, and even testosterone. Yes, women produce testosterone too, and it's essential for libido, energy, and mental clarity. I think of a woman I once worked with, Frances, a retired school principal. She walked into my office one crisp fall morning, her posture still proud, but her voice a little softer than usual. Dr. Perriera, she said, I'm doing everything right, eating healthy, walking daily. But I still feel like I'm moving through fog, like something in me is switched off. What Frances was experiencing wasn't just fatigue, it was a hormonal plateau. Her body wasn't broken, it was simply asking for support. And that's where papaya came in. We started small. Just half a cup of ripe papaya each morning, blended into a smoothie with a spoonful of Greek yogurt and a pinch of cinnamon. No supplements, no crash diets, just natural fuel. By week 3, Frances returned with a different tone in her voice. "I feel like I'm humming again," she said with a laugh. I didn't realize how quiet I'd become until my daughter said I was singing while doing the dishes. That gentle return of joy that's not magic. That's biology responding to nourishment. Papaya works by easing internal inflammation, improving digestion, and helping your body absorb nutrients that support your endocrine system. When your gut is happy, your hormones stabilize. And when your hormones are steady, you feel lighter, more focused, and more in tune with yourself and your partner. What many women don't realize is that digestive health is directly tied to sexual wellness. Chronic bloating, gut discomfort, and inflammation all interfere with hormone production. That tension doesn't just show up in your belly, it can show up in the bedroom too, as fatigue, lack of interest, or physical discomfort. Papaya helps soften that tension. It helps you digest better, feel clearer, and reawaken the gentle flame of desire, not forced or artificial, but natural and unhurried. If you're waking up with low energy, feeling distant from your emotions, or struggling to connect physically, papaya is a wonderful place to begin. Add it to your breakfast. Blend it with protein. Let it become a daily act of self-care. Over time, the difference it makes can be profound. Now, while papaya works to restore energy and hormonal stability, many women also face another hidden obstacle to intimacy. Something that doesn't get talked about enough: pelvic discomfort and inflammation. For some, it shows up as recurring urinary tract infections. For others, it's dryness, irritation, or the quiet fear of pain that makes intimacy feel more like a chore than a choice. This next fruit has been a trusted remedy for centuries, and now modern science is finally catching up. Let's talk about cranberries. Cranberries are often associated with holiday meals, but they deserve a permanent place in your daily routine, especially after 60. That's because cranberries contain proanthocyanidins, natural plant compounds that help prevent bacteria from sticking to the walls of your urinary tract. This significantly reduces the risk of infections, particularly E. coli, the most common culprit in postmenopausal UTIs. And beyond infection prevention, cranberries offer something even more powerful: pelvic comfort. I remember a patient named Helen. She was 67 and had been married for over 40 years. She loved her husband dearly, but she hadn't been intimate with him in nearly a year. "Every time we try," she said quietly, "I feel like I'm bracing for pain. It's not that I don't want to be close, I just don't trust my body anymore." It broke my heart to hear that. Because Helen's experience wasn't rare. Many women suffer in silence, assuming discomfort is just something they have to accept. But pelvic pain is not inevitable. Often it's a sign of inflammation, something cranberries are uniquely suited to address. We started with a simple change: a small handful of unsweetened dried cranberries in the afternoon, and a few ounces of pure, not from concentrate cranberry juice in the morning. 3 weeks later, Helen called me. Her voice was lighter. "I didn't realize how much tension I was holding," she said. "But now I sleep through the night without that constant urge. And I'm not afraid to be touched anymore." That kind of healing doesn't just show up in lab results, it shows up in how you live, how you love, and how you trust your body again. When your pelvic region is inflamed, it can block every step of intimacy, physically, emotionally, even mentally. But when you restore balance, reduce irritation, and protect your tissues, something beautiful happens. You feel safer, more open, more confident. Cranberries offer that kind of protection not just as a preventative tool, but as a healing ally. Their antioxidants support healthy blood vessels, maintain vaginal pH balance, and reduce the low-grade inflammation that robs so many women of comfort and pleasure. So if you've been hesitant around intimacy due to urinary discomfort or vaginal dryness, give cranberries a chance. Add them to your salads. Blend a little juice with water. It's not about quick fixes, it's about laying the groundwork for connection and confidence to grow again. Now we've explored circulation, sleep, hormonal balance, and pelvic wellness. That's already a powerful foundation. But we're not finished yet, because there's one final fruit that doesn't just support intimacy, it supercharges it. It helps clean your arteries, support healthy hormone activity, and awaken full-body vitality in a way that many women over 60 believed was gone for good. Once you've begun nurturing your circulation, calming your nervous system, fueling your hormones, and protecting your pelvic foundation, something remarkable begins to happen. Your body starts remembering. It remembers how to feel, how to respond, how to connect. But to fully unlock that vitality, to move from gentle awakening to steady, radiant energy, there's one more fruit I encourage every woman over 60 to embrace. Pomegranate. Pomegranates aren't just beautiful, they're biologically powerful. And for postmenopausal women, they can be a quiet game changer. Let me introduce you to Diane. She's a 70-year-old retired civil engineer, sharp, curious, and deeply devoted to her husband. Dr. Perriera, she said during our first visit, I don't want a short-term solution. I want to feel like myself again, not just okay, but alive. Diane had tried low-dose hormone therapy. She'd experimented with creams and supplements. Some helped a little, but none gave her the full-body spark she longed for. What she needed wasn't another bandage, it was deeper nourishment. That's where pomegranate came in. Pomegranates are rich in polyphenols, plant-based antioxidants that promote elasticity in blood vessels and reduce plaque buildup in the arteries. This is crucial because arousal for both men and women depends heavily on healthy blood flow. And the pelvic region, especially the clitoris, is made up of intricate vascular structures that require strong, flexible arteries to function optimally. When blood vessels are stiff or narrowed, even emotional closeness can't overcome the physical barrier. But pomegranate helps reopen those pathways. According to research published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, daily consumption of pure pomegranate juice significantly improves endothelial function, that's the ability of your arteries to dilate and contract properly. This in turn boosts nitric oxide, the same compound that helps relax blood vessels and increase circulation during arousal. I had Diane begin with just half a cup of 100% pomegranate juice every morning. No sugar, no additives. Within a few weeks, she wasn't just noticing improvement in the bedroom. She was walking farther, climbing stairs without losing her breath, and feeling sharper mentally. My body feels like it's cooperating again, she told me. And at night, let's just say we're holding each other a little longer. What's especially fascinating is that pomegranate may also support hormone activity after menopause. While it doesn't replace estrogen or testosterone, it contains plant compounds that gently stimulate the body's natural pathways for both. And yes, as we mentioned earlier, women do need some testosterone for healthy libido and energy. This isn't about pushing your body, it's about inviting it back into harmony. Pomegranate also supports skin health, mood regulation, and even bone density, making it one of the most well-rounded additions to your wellness routine. And unlike many interventions, it's delicious, simple, and deeply satisfying. If you're looking to restore circulation support, hormone balance, and add a touch of radiance to your mornings, try a few ounces of pomegranate juice with breakfast, or sprinkle the jewel-like seeds over a salad or bowl of yogurt. Let it become a small ritual, an act of trust between you and your body. So we've explored 5 fruits so far: red grapes to awaken circulation, cherries to restore rest and hormonal rhythm, papaya to reignite inner energy, cranberries to protect your pelvic health, and now pomegranate to bring it all together through full-body vitality. You might be wondering, do I need to eat all 5 every day? Is there a perfect schedule? Will I need to rearrange my entire kitchen just to feel better? Here's the honest answer. No. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need perfection. What you need is a rhythm, a simple, nourishing plan that fits into your life and honors your body where it is. Because healing, especially at this stage in life, isn't about chasing extremes. It's about consistency, and it's about care. I've worked with women in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who thought they were past that stage. But with just a few mindful choices, they found their spark returning, not all at once, but gently and unmistakably. Let's take everything we've learned and translate it into a daily rhythm, something you can begin tomorrow without stress or overwhelm. In the next part, I'll walk you through a simple, sustainable daily plan that brings all 5 fruits together into a routine that supports your vitality, intimacy, and emotional well-being without adding pressure or complexity. We'll also talk about how to make this not just a checklist, but a pleasure one that works with your lifestyle and brings joy back to your mornings, your evenings, and your relationships. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're right here, ready and waiting. Let's explore how to bring them to life, one small step at a time. Now that you know the 5 fruits that support circulation, hormone balance, pelvic health, sleep, and whole body vitality, the next step is simple. Build them into your day, not as another chore, but as an act of quiet self-care. Because healing at this stage of life doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing less, but with greater intention. Let's create a gentle rhythm, a daily plan that invites each fruit into its natural place in your body's cycle. One that's easy, flexible, and something you can begin today. Morning. Start your day with papaya. Half a cup of ripe papaya with a spoonful of Greek yogurt and a dash of cinnamon. This combination wakes up your digestion, supports adrenal function, and gives your body the vitamins it needs to begin producing and balancing hormones. Mid-morning or lunchtime. Reach for a small handful of red grapes. The skin contains resveratrol, which improves blood flow, sharpens mental clarity, and sets the stage for more responsive circulation throughout your body. It's not just good for your heart, it's good for your connection, your skin, and your confidence. Afternoon. Add unsweetened dried cranberries to a salad bowl of nuts, or simply enjoy a small portion on their own. These help reduce inflammation, protect your urinary tract, and support vaginal and pelvic health, quietly restoring comfort and reducing the fears that often hold women back from intimacy. Early evening or before dinner, enjoy 4 to 6 ounces of pure pomegranate juice. Not a blend or concentrate, just the real thing. This supports your blood vessels, improves elasticity in your arteries, and helps your body stay energized and vibrant without stimulation or spikes. An hour before bed, finish your day with a bowl of dark cherries. Fresh or frozen, both work. They help your nervous system settle, promote natural melatonin production, and improve your sleep quality so your hormones can reset overnight and your body can truly rest. That's it. No tracking, no special equipment. Just 5 fruits working in harmony with your body's natural rhythm. And if this still feels like too much to remember, let me make it even easier. Combine them. One of my patients, Catherine, a 74-year-old widow who was re-entering the dating world, came to me both nervous and hopeful. "I want to feel ready," she said, "but I need something simple." So we built a routine that she could enjoy. Each morning, she blends half a cup of papaya with a splash of pomegranate juice, a spoonful of yogurt, and a pinch of cinnamon. That one smoothie gives her energy, supports her hormones, and kickstarts her day with vitality. At lunch, she sprinkles red grapes and dried cranberries into her salad. And at night, she indulges in a small bowl of frozen cherries with a dusting of dark chocolate shavings. These combinations aren't just convenient, they're powerful. When used together, the nutrients in these fruits amplify one another, supporting blood flow hormone production, nerve sensitivity, and emotional wellness in ways that isolated treatments simply can't. But here's the part I love most. Catherine began smiling more. She told me I feel like I'm back in conversation with my body again. I'm not avoiding the mirror. I'm not avoiding touch. I feel like me. That's what happens when food becomes healing, when nourishment becomes habit, and when small changes practiced with care lead to deep transformation. You don't need to be perfect. You don't have to hit every fruit every day. But when you begin treating your body as worthy of care, your body begins to respond. This isn't about controlling your health. It's about partnering with it, listening to what your body is asking for, and saying yes gently and consistently. And that brings me to the final and perhaps most beliefs. What we often find is fear. Fear of disappointment, fear of pain, or fear of trying and not feeling anything at all. I want you to know that those fears are valid. But they do not have to be final. Your blood vessels still respond to care. Your nervous system still calms with sleep. Your hormones still shift with nourishment. And your spirit still longs for connection, not just with others, but with yourself. Every grape you eat is a reminder that your body deserves circulation. Every cherry is an invitation to rest. Every slice of papaya says you deserve energy. Every cranberry fights to protect your comfort. And every sip of pomegranate juice reminds you there is still so much life inside you. If you've spent decades caring for others, children, spouses, aging parents, maybe now is the time to offer that same care back to yourself. Not because you're broken or in need of fixing, but because you deserve to feel whole, vibrant, and cherished in your own skin. So tonight, look in your fridge, open your pantry. Ask yourself, what small step can I take today to say yes to me? Maybe it's just a bowl of fruit. Maybe it's a walk. Maybe it's simply not brushing off that quiet inner voice that says, I miss feeling alive. Whatever it is, start there. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're not finished. You're just beginning a new season, one filled with wisdom, softness, strength, and the beautiful rediscovery of what it means to come home to yourself. If this message spoke to you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these 5 fruits will you try first? And if you know a sister, a friend, or someone quietly wondering if their spark is gone, share this with them. Remind them it's not. And if you haven't already subscribed to Elder Care Wellness for more grounded, compassionate health guidance made just for women like you. Until next time, I'm Dr. Lisa Perriera, and I want you to know it's never too late to feel like you again.